Hi, everybody. I'm Dr. Sue. You know what to do. Hit that subscribe button if you want to get weekly tips on how to move through your high conflict divorce, reconnect with your children, and manage your narcissistic or personality disordered co-parent. Today, I'm going to talk about you because it is so important when you're co-parenting that you are in a good place yourself to make it as effective as possible. Look, whether you like it or not, this is the other parent of your child for the rest of their lives, and you cannot get rid of them as much as you would like to. You just can't. So they're going to be there. But there are some things that you can do to help yourself enter this different kind of connection in a way so that you are not filled with all the stress that goes along with this. The first thing that I have found to be ultra important is to work on yourself first. Look, nothing in life gets better unless you start to become a healed person after you've gone through trauma. And every single person that I have seen in my practice that has gone through a high conflict divorce has experienced some kind of trauma. There's no doubt about it because it is a traumatic experience and it does wreak havoc on your emotional well being. So you can't possibly give to others in the most healthy way if you can't give to yourself first. It doesn't happen like that in life. So when you're giving, what ends up happening if you haven't worked through your trauma is that you are feeling depleted inside. And so when something does come up with your ex or with your child, you're already in a place of depletion and you can't give the amount of compassion or understanding or empathy that you want to give at the time. So the first thing that I encourage my clients to do is start working on themselves and giving themselves self-compassion. You don't need compassion from other people to heal. Yes, it's great to have other people in your life that support you and are there for you. But you were the one that went through this, right? So you're the one that can give yourself self-soothing. And so that is so important. And we do that by self-talking to ourselves at times when we're feeling anxious or we're feeling overwhelmed. You can actually sit there in your car with a cup of coffee at home and say to yourself, I've been through a lot. And it's okay that I'm struggling right now, but I can and will get through this because I know that I am strong enough to do it. By you telling yourself those simple words, that is giving yourself the self-compassion that you need to move forward. And you may have to do that 100 times before it sinks in, but it will over time. I know that because in other areas of my own life, I've had to give myself self-compassion. And that was the one thing that truly helped me get through very difficult times in my own life. The other thing that's going to help you here more than anything is to break through your defenses. Look, everybody in life puts up walls or puts up defenses to protect themselves when they feel they're being attacked or rejected or put down. It's part of life. We have to protect ourselves internally. But what begins to happen over time is that oftentimes we put up those walls way too much. And when anybody's coming at us, we feel that we have to defend ourselves. And defensiveness is really about not wanting to be vulnerable. But when we become defensive with others, it doesn't help us solve those conflicts, it perpetuates it more. So I'm encouraging you to work on breaking down those defenses, whatever they are for you. It's important that you do that because when you become less defensive and more vulnerable and open, then you are beginning to heal and you can give to your children a lot more and to yourself. You may even be able to tolerate your crazy ex at times. These are such important steps. People forget that when you're in panic and you're in fear, I know that you're looking to fix all of this, But this cannot be fixed, everybody. These circumstances in high conflict divorce are not fixed, they are healed. And it's important to remember that. Conflict does not solve conflict, compassion solves conflict. But you first have to start with giving that compassion to yourself because you're going to have to learn over time to rebuild yourself. And when you do that, you're not only going to be surviving, you're going to be thriving. And that's the time when you're going to make the most progress with your children and the most progress in managing your ex as well. So, how do you do this? Well, again, you work with a professional that understands this. And there are many out there, but make sure you're finding one that is in your niche. You can always find out more about us, of course, at www.drsuenu.com.